guys are so annoying. Like, I'm literally so annoyed right now. My boyfriend had a sleepover with all his friends last night. And then tell me why they literally called me, waking me up at 4 a.m. I wanted to cry. Anyways, so then I went to sleep after because I was like, literally, what the fuck? So now it's the next day, aka today, and me and my boyfriend had plans to go back to school shopping together. But now it's past 3 p.m. and I've had no contact with my boyfriend whatsoever. He has not called me, texted me, snapped me back, literally nothing. So I'm like, okay, that's weird. Let me check his location, because why not? I check his location, and he's just at home. Like, what? He's not even at his friend's house anymore that he slept over at. So I go on Snap, and I checked the last time that he was active on there, and it said that he was active literally an hour ago. And I'm pretty sure I was on delivered at that time, but even if I wasn't, he still could have snapped me or texted me, like, he was active. And I would call him, but sometimes he doesn't answer me. Like, whenever he's sleeping, he doesn't answer me till like 80-second call. And now it's past 4 p.m. and I still have not gotten a single call, text, snap, nothing from him. So now I really just want to wait and see what happens. But I'm all done with my makeup, and if you're my boyfriend and you're watching this, what is up with you? I got to know what's going on. Please contact me because I'm getting annoyed, angry, and a little bit nervous because what if you're not okay? I don't know.
Get ready with me while I tell you how my teachers treated me when I was pregnant at 13. So I got pregnant in the summer of 7th grade, and so I was actually pregnant in 8th grade. So school started in August, and I went to school for like maybe 2 or 3 months, but when people started to find out I was pregnant, I literally stopped going. So I really didn't tell any of my teachers because I was super embarrassed. But I ended up doing online for the rest of 8th grade. But I ended up going back for 9th grade, and now I'm in 10th grade. So I can tell you about how my teachers have treated me like since then. So I don't tell all my teachers. I like literally tell a few, and it's like usually like the teachers like I usually like. So I don't like, I've had 2 bad experiences with teachers. So basically the first one was my freshman year, and she actually was talking about my TikTok. So I'm not gonna really go into detail there because like that's a little bit awkward. And it wasn't really like a bad experience. She just kind of like was telling me like if I can do TikTok, then I can be more present at school, and when I'm at home that I can do my work for school. And like she was like, I'm a mom, so like you know, I know how it is. And like I think she said that like she had her kids when she was going to college. So basically she was just like giving me like, she was just like kind of like, she wasn't like telling me what to do or anything, but like she was just making comments about my TikToks and like how I always have nails on. And like it was just like, these are press-ons that take me less than 10 minutes, and like they cost like $5. Like I got all of these on Shein. Like they're literally like $1 or $2. Like it doesn't take long, and it's like my TikTok like is not how like I really am. Okay, so my get ready with me video, or not get ready with me, my spend the day with me videos are usually filmed on Saturdays when my mom's at work and I'm basically home alone with her, so that there's like no one around to like watch me record, because I think it's embarrassing. So I never record my TikToks when like my family's around. So it's like basically like you can't tell my life from my TikTok because I show one day of my life. Like I show every single Saturday, and like that's it. Anyways, continuing, even though we're really early into the year, I did have something happen with one of my teachers this year. So one of my teachers from this year already knows I have a kid, because I had her last year at the like beginning of the year, and then I got switched out of her class, and so I got her again this year for a different subject. And so I didn't have to tell her, but I did tell my teacher after her, and she ended up like calling my mom, and they ended up like talking, and then she like gave me a lecture on my life the next day. So it's like she didn't see my TikTok or anything. Like she just had one phone call with my mom, and then she started like going off on me because she was like, you should be in AP classes and like all this, and she's like, you need to like be more at school more, because I've already been absent a lot this year. And she, like, I don't know, she was just like getting up my butt. And like I talked to my mom like about some of the things she said, and because I was like why would you tell my teacher like my whole like life story, like, you know, like when did I like tell you that was okay? But my mom like swore like up and down that she like did not say all that, which, like, to be fair, some of the things she said were like not true. So like I don't know. But yeah, so I've never had like any super bad experiences with teachers. Like that's pretty much it. And I do have like good experiences with teachers. Like last year when I was a freshman, my first period teacher, like she's literally like, I love her so much. She actually, I think she like retired, that's what I've heard, but she's gone now, and I didn't even get to like really say bye to her because I was absent on the last day of school. So but like literally around her birthday, she was like, oh my god, like I want to get her a present, like blah blah blah. But I was just absent so much that like that did not end up working out. But she really helped me so much. She was so nice. And like some of my teachers, they're like more lenient with me with late work, but I'm just really absent a lot, and I feel like teachers are a little bit lenient with people who like miss like so much school. That like I don't think it's just because I have a kid, it's just because I think I'm just absent a lot. And I don't want people to think like I use this to my advantage, like since my teachers like let me turn in late work, like I turn it in like super late. Like literally last quarter I had a couple bad grades, I will admit, because I literally like did barely any of the work, and I felt bad like turning it all in like really last minute. So I just like literally didn't turn it some of it in because like I didn't want them to think that like I was like turning it all in last minute, so I like didn't get a bad grade, you know. Oh my god, so I just got reminded of this one time in last year where we were doing an icebreaker at the beginning of the year, and it was like 2 truths and a lie, and I put like
Caitlin's fucking Baker acted and got her car stolen.
Her car stolen? But yeah, as I was saying, I was playing it, or we were doing an icebreaker in class, and we were doing 2 truths and a lie, and I put one of them as like I have a kid, and so like everyone was like, oh, obviously she doesn't have a kid, and then I did, and I was like, surprise. And the teacher was even surprised. But yeah, so
yeah, so
he thinks he's funny. Did you get glass on your foot? That's karma. So long story short, I have pretty much got treated the same, and I've had 2 teachers complain to me about me. So yeah. Also, don't take AP World History because on mine there was a 10-page study guide due the first day. That's what you should learn from this story.
John plays and blows the whistle, drop out to the floor and get back up.
40 for Neth. That's a lot.
40's not bad. After 40, like, fucking sucks ass.
Why don't you ship it?
Well, you don't need that fucking much. Dry shampoo.
Yes, I do. My hair is oily.
Don't fucking take a shower.
Okay, bye. We're leaving.
Get ready with me while I tell you all how I'm going to homecoming with a kid that I've never met. Okay, flashback to about a week ago. I went to a football game with my best friend. Towards the beginning of the 4th quarter, some kid came up to Hope and I with like 2 of his friends. Was like, yo, can I have your snap? And I was like, my exact reaction was, are you being serious? And he said yes, and it turns out I had already had him on Snap the whole time. Although I don't think I had ever snapped him before, I just think I had him added. Since the game, we have been snapping every day and talking. The other night, he texted me and goes, Morgan? And I said his name back. And he's like, I don't have a date. Would you like to go with me to Hoko? Of course, I was initially like, oh, I don't know. Like, I have to talk to my parents about, like, trying to get out of going. So then the more I had thought about it, I was like, well, it's an all-guys school. So I was like, well, I know some other guys going. And I know a few of the girlfriends attending. So I was like, well, it's not like I'm going to be alone, you know? Anywho, last night I officially said yes and got all signed up. So Wish me luck. The other reason that persuade me to say yes is the fact that I know they have to have a date to get into their dance. And I'm like, well, I feel bad for wasting 4 or 5 days of your time with it being this close to Hoko. Anywho, that's my story time. I think I'm gonna wear a pink dress that I already have. I guess some people would count our 3-minute interaction as meeting for the first time, which I guess I understand that, but like we don't really know anything about each other at that point. Then you have other people that are going to be like, Morgan, what the actual heck are you doing? And I'm going to be like, sometimes you just got to say YOLO to life and roll with it. I get the all-nighter setting spray in the mail yesterday. I literally bought it at 2 p.m. and it came in the mail on my doorstep at 5 p.m. I got this for homecoming last year and really liked it, and then just like never got it because I ran out. I gotta go. It's 6:40. Let's get changed. Okay, also, do y'all like my fluffy socks? I get a new pair out to wear every morning for my get ready with me's. We're a little behind on our cute little schedule, although here's the fit. We got Shein, Under Armour, blazers. Okay, that's it. I love y'all so much. Bye.
Get ready with me while I tell you how me and my boyfriend met and how we became boyfriend and girlfriend. So it was in 8th grade, so this is a while ago now, but I had found out who he was because one of my friends liked one of his friends. So then I had asked my teacher who he was because I was like really like in love with this boy, and she told me his name. And that was all I needed to know because he had added me on Snap. So I accepted his add request, and then he put me in his private story. And guess what it was about? Another girl. And I had also found his TikTok, and that was also about another girl. Trust, I was hurt, but the people pleaser that I wasn't just gonna like let him like her, so I tried to get them together. And I was mutuals with her on Snap and on TikTok, so I knew like her reposts and everything. This was when reposts were like fairly new. It was working for a while, and also me and him would have like little like side conversations like, how are you doing today, and blah 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 blah. Eventually she ended up liking some other guy, so my boyfriend started to like me. So basically I'm the second option, but like now I'm his first, so I don't care. Anyway, so eventually they just like faded out and she liked another guy. Keep in mind, at this time I'm at my dad's house, which is half the country away from here. But yeah, so he ended up liking me, and that was like pretty amazing to me. Cause you know when you like meet somebody and you like instantly click with him, that's what happened when we had first talked, like our first ever conversation. Yeah, because he had swiped up on my story with like the cat heart eye emoji or whatever, and all I said was thank you. But then we ended up having like a really deep conversation, and it was like great. So then he asked me to be his girlfriend, and I'm not gonna say no, but I also knew that I didn't want to hide him from my parents. So this was also okay. I was on my way to Mexico, so I was in Texas at this time. And I had called my mom from our hotel, and I was like, Mom, can I have a boyfriend? And she's like, no. So then I added my grandma to the call, and I was like, can I have a boyfriend? And she was like, no. And then my dad walked in, and he was like, no. So I spent my whole, like, that whole day just begging to have a boyfriend. Then they were like, why do you even want a boyfriend so bad? So then I showed them my boyfriend, and then they were like, oh, he's cute, is he nice? And I was like, yeah. And they were like, okay, then we don't really care. Then I added him to the call, and they talked to him, all 3 of them, on my boyfriend. Like, yeah, so then he talked to them, and then he became my boyfriend. Also, while I was begging, I was literally on my lady days, and I was begging and crying so hard that it bled through onto the white bed sheets of the hotel. So yeah, that's the story of how my boyfriend became my boyfriend. Have a great day. I love you so much. Bye.